Hopedale included a boarding school where many children came to live and learn, including some escaped slaves. One day, Aidan Ballou called a student who had persistently misbehaved to the front of the room. He told the boy that whipping was the usual punishment in most schools for disobedient students. He got a rod and said to the boy, "I cannot bear to whip you. Perhaps it will do more good if you whip me. At any rate, I have concluded to try it." Aidan handed the boy the rod and told him to whip him for as long as it took to make him a good boy. The boy looked at the teacher and at the rod, and he began to cry. He promised that he would never disobey again, and gave no further trouble after that. After 15 years, the Hopedale community ended. Two brothers who had owned the majority of the shares withdrew their assets, claiming that the community was not using sound business practices. Lacking these resources, the community collapsed. Ballou later wrote, "Times and generations are coming that will justly estimate me and my work. For them, it is proved I have lived and labored. To them I bequeath whatever is valuable and worth preserving of my possessions." As the beneficiaries of Wachovia and Hopedale, we owe it to our descendants to keep trying to build a better society. And we start with our congregations. First, we build and sustain sanctuaries where worship occurs in an atmosphere of beauty and caring, sustained by generations and open to all who enter. Second, we support a free pulpit whose occupants speak truth to power, speak truth in love, and speak the truth of ageless wisdom. Third, we provide an institution of education, of liberal thought and learning, where people of all ages study and seek meaning together with open minds and open hearts. In his first inaugural address, Franklin Delano Roosevelt said that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. This sentiment may oversimplify reality, but fear is a worse enemy than all the objects of our fear. But later in that speech he added this: "Happiness lies not in the mere possession of money. It lies in the joy of achievement, in the thrill of creative effort. The joy and moral stimulation of work no longer must be forgotten in the mad chase of evanescent profits. These dark days will be worth all they cost us if they teach us that our true destiny is not to be ministered unto, but to minister to ourselves and to our fellow men." We have built a strong foundation in the 1,000 Unitarian Universalist congregations across this nation. Here at our Smithton congregation, for instance, we possess a sound and attractive physical structure, ministerial resources that staff a vibrant pulpit, and the will to continually educate ourselves and, in time, once again provide religious education for all ages. Every reason exists that the blueprint for this congregation could serve as a model for others struggling to respond to the economic challenges of the past year and to people's desperate need for community. But to do that, we as individuals must also emulate our churches, living as sanctuaries of caring and sharing, speaking as prophetic voices of truth, and engaging as lifelong learners and teachers. We can expand our religious selves into a 24/7 enterprise, spreading our beliefs and commitments into all aspects of our lives. We can use every opportunity available to us to become truth seekers and meaning makers in the world. And we can never stop teaching, learning, and connecting in vital life experiences with brothers and sisters everywhere. this last point may be the most important. The will of society's fear architects is powerful, and their pockets are deep. We can be sure that the forces arrayed against those of us who stand on the side of love come fully armed with humankind's most devastating arsenal of conflict. But whatever calamity ensues, we can endure. We can endure the setbacks if we learn the lessons of our own mistakes. We can endure any failures if we keep our toolbox filled with the fire of commitment, the warmth of unconditional love, and the torch of liberal theology. We can endure if we never stop imagining the beloved community and strive to become its architects of hope. Ours is an ever-evolving religion, a church of learning and experience, in which there is no room for sordid or inharmonious features. We should not limit ourselves due to cost, materials, or style. All should be left to the unfettered discretion of our members and their congregations to record a conception of the ideal religious home, assuming time and resources are unlimited. We should plan for centuries to come. There will doubtless be future developments that will impose new duties and require alterations in planned details. But we will succeed if we never stop imagining that beloved community and strive to become its architects of hope. Spirit of life and love that goes by many names, be with us now as we enter an attitude of reflection, meditation, and prayer. In an age when problems seem to outnumber solutions, and in the face of ever more challenges, both from nature and our own hands, we may find it difficult to talk about love and hope. But like any major construction project, we must look beyond our daily struggles, always planning for tomorrow and the years to come. Spirit of community, help us build, here in Smithton and in every one of our congregations, a community that sustains that attitude of love and hope that allows us to look into the future. Force of reason, help us find ways to overcome setbacks to building that beloved community. Power of love, guide our hands, our feet, our minds and our hearts. Help us learn the craft and develop the will to become architects of hope. Let it be so. These are our closing words. What sets humanity apart from the other occupants of our natural world? Perhaps our ability to imagine, to dream, to commit to a vision of hope, and to craft a plan to implement that vision. Perhaps unique in our world is our ability to hope. Until next time.